Each week as our 10-minute presenter. I offered an introduction. He didn't want one. He's going to go right into it. Let's give it up for AJ from Ventura County Business Bureau.
Thank you very much. Well, good morning. I'm AJ with Ventura County Business Bureau, and I am standing here today because a year ago I started networking. That was it. And this is my birthplace for networking, so you're all my family.
Happy
what
birthday.
I wanted to talk to you about was still I have a lot of people coming up to me saying, I've seen you for the past year, but I still don't understand exactly what you do. What does your organization do for my business, your business? And so I wanted to go into a story which will answer those questions, and then of course with the little postcards that you have on your chair that will also allow me to open up to discussion on those little topics. So in 2008, the inception of the loan modification world came about, and I've been in the real estate world for some time, a couple of decades, and I went strictly into the loan modification business. When somebody says those two words, loan modification, you think scam. Right off the bat, it's got a bad rep. There's been a lot of people who lost their homes, unfortunately, to people who have just taken their money, said, don't worry about it, we'll take care of that for you. Well, I was one of the few that actually survived through all the scams, never did anything like that, got great reputation, and wanted to enhance that, but I didn't know how to, because I'm just a small little fish in a big ocean, and how can you just go to somebody and say, I'm AJ, I do loan modifications, trust me. Trust me with the largest, for most people, the largest investment of your lifetime. So I went up in last year, about just a little over a year ago, to the Ventura County Administration Office and DBA'd Ventura County Business Bureau. What was that? Well, I was so excited, I raced back down to Oak Park, started up on one of the cheap little website hosts, and built a website, but I didn't have any members. So I put my own company, American National Home Litigation. Great, it's on there. Now I can tell people that if they ever want to do business with me, they can go check out the Business Bureau and see that I've got a code of ethics. I'm being held accountable for my efforts, and I'm the guy that be trusted in that particular industry. I had my laptop up, and a friend of mine, a chiropractor, saw that, and he said, what is that? And I explained to him that this is so I can market myself and talk to people more in confidence about what I do. And it erases a lot of their skepticism about the loan modification business. And he said, well, I want to be a part of that. I can get, for $49.99 a year, that's what our membership costs, for advertising purposes on TV, and he said, what do you do for me? I said, well, I'm going to promote you outside of your office. I'm going to check on you every month to see how the demeanor of your employees are, how you're answering phones, watching for marketing issues, making certain that they're not being accused of any business fraud. And so he said, okay, start me up, put me on your registry. So now I got two. And another friend of his saw that, and so on and so forth. It was a chain reaction. It was great. As I got to meet a lot of friends through contacts and coffee, with different industries that were approaching me, it was nice to see how I can actually help everyone in their industry. We're all, most of us were either with our own entrepreneurship in small or mid-sized businesses, MLM companies. How do people know to come to you and trust you for your line of work? There's a lot of insurance people out there. A lot of attorneys. There's so many MLM companies out there that are selling products to enhance your life, to help you get better. Chiropractors are great, but they're all over the place. How can we tell everybody that they're the ones that you should actually go to? That they care about you. If something goes wrong, that they want to reconcile and make certain that you are still kept a valued customer, client, or patient. So we actually have helped out enhancing that for you. We're boosting your morale and your dignity for your business. Put simply, I started to find out that we could actually do a lot more. Our code of ethics simply does not police your business, it simply holds you accountable. We are not a review website or service, we're not a referral service. We are an organization that has a directory of ethical businesses. Everybody here wants to be known as an ethical business, but maintaining it all the time and having the people that work under you can be difficult, so we actually help out with that. We also go on to, we have a program that checks onto your daily functions. If there's ever any bad mojo out there spread on the internet, we actually have a program that will alert us immediately, and we then let you know within 24 hours, hey, this needs to be dealt with right away. We have that's the Ethical Eye program that you may see on there. We have the I Trust program. Who doesn't like secret shoppers? We go in and we do secret shopping at various levels for, it's catered to your business, so you may only need a phone call, a family phone call to see how people are answering the phones. How many rings does it take to even answer the phone? After a couple rings, you've lost that client. We're going to hang up and go find somebody else in your same industry. We bring that to your attention, and then we go ahead and basically change the dynamics so that you have a well-oiled machine. Of course, through all this, you do get a plaque, which you guys haven't seen me give away. And on your website, you can have our logo. We have now our national chapter, which is United States Business Bureau. Everything will be funneling through that website. And it is, if you type in the smaller website down there, it will take you to that one. The business directory, again, is for people who are ethical. We have also done a lot of hosting of mixers and networking events. We always like to take you under our wing and introduce you to other people to make that connection. When you can make a connection with somebody across the way because we actually introduced you, I sleep better at night knowing that that was it. Yeah, we don't charge a lot because I don't believe that good service should be expensive. So with that, our prices go up on October 16th. Anybody that signs up with us before that time frame for $49.99 will be locked into that rate each year thereafter that they go ahead and renew. You'll never have a rate increase. Our rate increase is on the back of those little postcards. It shows what you get. And we do also have other packages that you can find on our website in the Join Membership section, which will also include 30-second or 1-minute commercials. We have a talk show called Connections, which we always like to bring on 3 of our members, put them in the spotlight. It gives you a lot of recognition as well, and that gets streamed through the website itself and YouTube. It's not live anymore, it's going to be pre-recorded professional. With that, I'm going to stop and open the floor to any questions. Tammy.
So you mentioned about sort of a little help and oversight for people who have an employee or two or whatever. And a lot of us here, I think, don't have any, or maybe one person we work with, and work off of our cell phones. And so I would imagine, for me, I'm thinking, if I were to join, what is the likelihood that you would meet up with somebody who needs my service or who needs help with yoga, or if you have a couple of mortgage people in there, how are you going to make that referral?
Well, again, we are not a referral service. However, what we do is we always carry on us, all the ambassadors, there's only a couple of us right now, Ventura and LA, we carry on us your business cards, all of our members. So we are very keen on listening to people speak, and I have actually mentioned your name, as a matter of fact, to a couple people within the past 2 months. Whether they call you or not, that's a different story. But when they come to us and we give them your card, they understand, hey, this organization has actually sat down, done a business overview comprehensively, and understand what you do. That they also understand when we're referring somebody that we care who you are, because your reputation is our reputation. So bringing people who like to listen, how we can make a connection between the two of you. Sometimes it's just a full-blown weird scenario that actually makes sense.
I'd like to jump on top of that. Elliot and I are everywhere. You've seen us every place, and we see him every place, and the people he worked with. I'm just amazed at the place he pops up, and he really does do what he just said.
Thank you.
I have a question more about how is the, how do you hold people accountable to the ethical standards? Is the secret shopper part just part of how that works, or is it the entirety, and how does that operate? How do you check on?
Absolutely. We actually like to, we will be, people come to us. If they have a comment about you particularly, saying something that might be gossipy, a lot of people are starting to come to us to tell us, hey, this person's kind of doing something that is not really what we feel ethical. We watch online, again. Our program does alert us anything that's Google-based. Understanding who you are, because I will not just recommend anybody. There's some people we have not allowed to come onto our coattails. I'm not certain if I'm answering your question completely.
How does the secret, people pay companies pay thousands of dollars to other companies to secret shop them so that they can improve their services. I don't understand how you can do that for $49. That doesn't make sense.
Well, we do have packages that they're a little bit elevated in price that covers the secret shopping. And I'd love to go in, I'd like to have a one-on-one with you sometime soon we can discuss that a little bit more in detail, because I know that I need to wrap it up. But
Well, I know that AJ came to Organo Gold to several meetings of ours, including to the Marriott Hotel. He knows about Organo Gold, and I was interviewed at length before they accepted my $50.
yeah, there's a process.
Yeah, there is a process.
And if you have further questions, you're going to have to tackle AJ.
I will be over in the library short for a little while after this, so I'd love to have anybody sit down and go over any questions. Again, I stress the fact that we do have a deadline before our rates go up. They will go up to the price that's on the back.
All right, give him a round of applause.